Is it working? Okay, yeah, it is. Anyways, hello, and welcome to Let's Play Around with Cataclysm. Now, this is not the, whatever expansion of, World of Warcraft. This is actually, in the title, as you can see, it's kind of like DayZ meets Nethack. It's a post-nuclear apocalyptic zombie roguelike. And it's insane. Not only is it insanely fun, it's insanely hard. And I mean, like, harder than Dwarf Fortress. This thing is difficult. What you see here, this is the entire size of the regular screen right here. And that's all you'll see. Let me just move it a bit. It's maybe 5 inches by 6 inches. It's really small. But let's see. Okay. Actually, no. Let's actually go back and just start a new character. This is it was originally developed for Linux, and it has been ported to Windows, so the Windows version is kind of not very good in terms of performance, especially when you get a lot of zombies nearby, and hopefully with me streaming as well, things won't go insane. So you start out with your characters. You got traits, skills, and stats. Your stats are strength, dexterity, intelligence, and perception. Traits, you got a bunch of different traits you can take. And skills, you can do like melee and firearms. And throwing and all the different weapons, cooking, tailoring, carpentry, first aid, speech, barter, computers, take a note, computers, traps, swimming, and driving. You are more than able to use all of these in-game. It's insane. Right, grenade launcher, yes. Archery, mechanics, complex parts, but not electronics. Cooking, butchering. Where's butchering? I think butchering has its own. Maybe it's under cooking. No, it's under survival. Anyways, you start with your stats, and I'm gonna pick a good chunk of perception, because perception gives you ranged bonus. You basically do not want to face off against zombies one-on-one, especially in melee. Well, you don't want to face them in melee. That's just it, period. So ranged is what you really want to go to. Intelligence helps with crafting, bionics, interacting with NPCs. Yes, bionics, as in, like, there's also mutations. There's bionics, which are computer-based, and bionics, which are computer-based, and mutations, which are organic-based, I suppose. Read time, skill comprehension. Dexterity also gives you a bit of range bonus, a throwing bonus, melee to hit bonuses, and enhances many actions which require finesse. Strength increases your carry weight, your melee damage, and your base HP. Makes you more resistant to diseases, poisons. It makes actions which require brute force more effective. I assume, like, smashing down doors and windows, which can't. It's insane. It is like Nethack. Like, originally I kind of sold it as. Let me make sure I'm in the view. I originally kind of sold it like DayZ meets Dwarf Fortress, but adventure mode isn't that complicated. It really isn't. The controls aren't great in terms of making much sense of linking the button with the action, but there aren't too many actions you can actually do. I mean, what's really fun in the Dwarf Fortress Adventure mode is collecting stuff and killing stuff, because there's the insane combat system. This is much more like DayZ or Nethack, in which there's a million and one different where is it? A million and one different keys that you can use. Here, I'll just give you a little overview here. You got your movement keys, your environment action keys, your inventory keys, your long-term and special action keys, your information screens, and, well, debug mode. I mean, NetHack has more, yes, but it's still a lot. And I usually keep this key map actually open because I have a hard time actually memorizing it. So, like, there's a lot of stuff you can do. You can just, like I said, smash down doors and windows, which is what brought me to this. Traits, you can pick stuff. It's your regular point system kind of thing. I actually pick a couple of them. I pick nearsighted, which means you have to have glasses or else your scene radius is reduced, and you start with the pair. I pick lightweight as well, which suffers the negative effects of alcohol and drugs for longer. Addictive personalities, which is easier to become addicted and harder to get rid of it. And weak stomach, which means I'm more likely to throw up from food poisoning and alcohol. And that's my kind of go-to negative traits. I don't have any go-to positive traits. I used to do inconspicuous and light step, but animal empathy is pretty fun, so I'm actually going to pick that. I'm going to pick the interior skill, like I said, all the different mechanics, electronics, computers. Yes, there's computers. There's an item called a USB key that you can use on a computer to download data. It's insane. I usually just pick firearms as a kind of catch-all, ranged, well, guns, and melee is a catch-all melee. Like I said, you do not want to melee zombies. They will F your shit up. And you should pick, well, let's pick one and dodge. I'm gonna pick 2 more points in perception and see if I can get any more traits. I'm kind of going off of my normal, my normal kind of plan for who I am. Android, you have a power system and 1 random bionic enhancement. Robust genetics. Mutations don't come too often. There's a mutation potion, or a mutagen, I think it's called, that you can drink, and I usually save scum to get something good, because there's some terrible mutations out there. I'm trying to think of what problems I've had. What problems I usually have, the 2 ways I usually die are from just a screen-filling mass of zombies, or something like an ant a mutated ant coming around, and I can't kill it because for some odd reason guns can't get past their armor. So I'm trying to look as to what would help me in those visions. Night vision might be cool, because you can see when it gets to night. That's really annoying. You have flashlights, but they take batteries. And to be honest, I haven't survived long enough to need more than 1 flashlight, so yeah. I might take pain resistance. That's pretty nice. Light eater. Oh dear. That would be also very helpful because food sometimes is hard to come by. Sometimes in certain situations. Morale. Generally quick. I'm actually going to get rid of night vision and take parkour expert, which means you can go over railings or counters as easily as solid ground, so that would help. Skills, dodge and firearms, stats 10, 8, 8, 14. I usually pick strength for the strength mainly for the carry weight, but the base HP is also kind of helpful. I'm going to name myself Atreus. I wonder why. Alright, we're going to save this as main 2, because we have main 1, and we're going to start. Now, one thing about this is that we're going to debug. Couldn't find a shelter. You're supposed to start out in shelters, but apparently you didn't want to start me out in a shelter right now. There's a house in the middle of the forest. I'm gonna go towards that. Actually, I'm actually gonna. Who? Ashley Robinson just died. Who's this? That's Autumn. To the dicks is Ashley Robinson. Now, okay, this is your regular screen. You got this little tiny 2-inch by 4-inch screen, if that, that you can move around in. And it's your generic tiles, like the dots are the ground, that's a stick, which you're going to pick up and wield. You got these, ampersands, or not the ampersands, the pound key, the hashtags, whatever you want to call them, they're the underbrush, which can hurt you and slow you down. Trees, which are 7s for some reason. 1s, which are young trees. You know. And I just really do not like... Anybody who's seen me play Dwarf Fortresses, I play Dwarf Fortress with a tile set. I don't like the kind of, trouble that you have to go through to memorize each and every one of these things. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to save and quit, yes, and bring you to a different version. This is this is a tile set, basically. Let me move it. This is a tile set for the game that I've had on sitting under it for quite some time, and it's freezing. That's not good. It shouldn't be freezing. Why are you freezing? Don't freeze. I was hoping it would just be a seamless transition, and then it showed you. Oh, now it's not even. Oh, no, come on, close. Okay. 1 minute. Let me go back to Cataclysm. Okay. Now, don't freeze this time. It's freezing. This is Cataclysm. At least it would be if I could. If it. God damn it. Wow. Really? This is what you do to me? Okay, like that. Which means I'm gonna have to restart my character. And I'm not gonna bother explaining everything again. Okay, Catatiles. Let's do this. New game.